one of our very innovative projects, which is called Bangla Para Boithak. So what is the need of this new portals in the sea of the already multitudes of portals that are available in e-governance? So primarily, we are all aware of the management axiom that whatever gets measured gets done. And whenever we talk about governance or planning, I guess we'll all agree that the biggest hurdle that we face is the availability of quality data. So this is a portal which helps us to collect the data from the very grassroots level and to analyze the gap and ensure the participation of the grassroots level of population at all levels. No, please stay on that slide. I'll tell you when to change. So what happens is the participation of villagers in the planning and implementation of rural development is the paramount necessity for a sustainable and inclusive development program. And in West Bengal, we do it very robustly in a process where there is a village-based decentralized planning system, which across the country is called the Gram Panchayat Development Plan. During these panchayats and rural development plans, we have introduced the digitization of the primary data system, which is captured during this campaign at hamlet level, where the term para comes from. And at the meetings that are held in these hamlets, the para boithaks, the data which is collected is captured through this portal to take out a report which we call the Human Development Index report. It is this digitized system that is prepared Gram Panchayat wise, first hamlet wise and then Gram Panchayat wise, which clearly identifies the critical gaps of each sector like education, health and nutrition, women and child development, agriculture, infrastructure, industry, etc. for each year. What then helps in ensuring real data of stages of participatory planning. And this entire process is captured through a mobile application so that we can ensure real-time participation of our population. The next paragraph, please. So let us talk about the ambit of this portal. I'd just like to highlight here that in the previous financial year, the state, as per the directions of the 15th Finance Commission, has devolved an amount of approximately 3,217 crores to all the 3 tiers of Gram Panchayat. And it is here where we want the people to have a say in the way this money is utilized, and each and every citizen of the Gram Panchayat identify their demands, their assets, their requirements, and we capture it through this portal where we pave the way towards a bottom-up participatory Gram Panchayat development plan. We ensure data digitization, we ensure gap analysis, resource mapping, giving our entire development program a general direction, efficacy, and relevance. Next, please. This is a screenshot of the portal. As you can see, these are some of the photographs where we are increasing the awareness about such Gram Panchayat development programs where, and one of the pictures on the right that you can see is the women participating in what we call the resource mapping of the community. The pictures downstairs are also, on the downside of the screen is also the photographs of some Mahila Sabhas and children's Sabhas, which are a part of our Para Boithaks. Next slide, please. Now, what are the features of this portal? Like I said, it is a participatory e-governance initiative taken by our department, and it's a holistic software system which also contains a mobile app which works in synchronization with the web portal. How it goes step by step is first we enter the hamlet details under each Gram Sansad, the detail of the GP member from that Sansad, and we then give a Baitak or which is a meeting calendar. That is what we enter into the portal. We then capture the hamlet-wise, sector-wise data related to the resources and the gaps. A gap analysis is done out of the data that is entered. The issues raised by the villagers is captured through the mobile app. And finally, we assess what amount of budget was allocated to a certain activity, to a certain sector, and is it at all fulfilling the gap that has been raised in our previous data analysis or not? What is the use of the mobile app? Here we upload the Baithak's image, the social map, the natural resources map, seasonal diagram of the area, and other images related to the focus group discussions, etc., from the neighborhood meetings. And this is what is used actually on the field by our field officer to capture the sector-wise issues and their suggestions in resolving these issues. Next, please. Now I'll just show you a few screenshots of our portal. This is what you can see, a Baithak calendar of one of our most distant Gram Panchayats in Alipurduar, which is Jateshwar 2. Like you can see, each Gram Sansad is mentioned, each para is mentioned, the date of the meeting, the time of the meeting, the place of the meeting, and the name of the facilitation officer is mentioned. This is what is entered, and the invite goes out on the phone numbers of each member of that Sansad. It is also completely the information and the communications are done by various methods like miking, like posters, etc., so that each and every citizen of that area, of that neighborhood, is made aware of this meeting calendar. This is, if you can see on the right, this is a Gram Panchayat Karmi who is circulating the invitation letter of the meeting to the citizens. Next, please. This is how the resource maps are included in the portal. If you can see, also the seasonal diagrams that the people of the village are sitting down and creating together, the focus group discussions, etc. All the photographs are submitted for our record. Next, please. This is a picture of an undergoing neighborhood meeting where our Gram Panchayat facilitation team is making sure that the members attend the meeting. The sector-wise forms are with them. Wherever the mobile app use is not possible, they are making the people, fill in the, if you can see on your right is the questionnaire, the major problems of the area, the proposed solutions, what have been the achievement of the particular Gram Sansad in the previous year, and so on and so forth. Next, please. Once the sector-wise data is entered and verified by the Gram Panchayat, it is then that we can generate a sector-wise gap analysis report. Again, if you can see on your right, there is a screenshot. I'm sure it's not very visible, but let me read out some of the points. This is an example of the data entered last year for the same GP that I was discussing. This is the sector which is shown here, the agriculture sector. So the first point under the agriculture sector was area of land under non-irrigation in acres. So now first deprivation indicator that we've captured here is non-irrigated agricultural land in acres. The GP has scored a value of 2 in 2022-23, whereas the desirable or the maximum score in this criteria is 3. So that the GP knows that there is a gap in this sector, and we have identified this gap, and we can use the money that was allotted to us in the 15th Finance Commission for furthering this area. So similarly, there are several local indicator frameworks for each sector where we capture primary data through a real-time survey and meeting. Next, please. Again, this is the Gram Sabha, which is a bigger scale, if I can say, than a neighborhood meeting, where all the members of the Gram are supposed to come together and discuss the plans. So once the gap-wise analysis is done and the money allocation and the activity allocation is done in the identified gaps, it is then that the plan is approved in such Gram Sabhas where each and every facet of the plan is discussed and the money allocations are decided. Next, please. Now, what sort of information are we making available on this Para Baithak portal? Of course, the geographic as well as the social data, the district, block, GP, Gram Sansad-wise, sector report, various queries that can be, statistical queries, that analysis can be done from the collected data. the sector-wise issues that the population has flagged, the images like I showed you, the village-wise different queries related to the central surveys that have happened, primarily the SEC, the Social Economic Caste Census that had happened in 2011. A score-based gap analysis, an example of which I've already shown you, and other, Upasamiti, which are our standing committees at the Gram Panchayat level. So Upasamiti-wise details, the summary of the plan, scheme and sector-wise activities that the GP has decided to take up, activity where convergences are happening amongst the various schemes of the government, the state or the central government, the activity-wise output, assets, trainings, community services and others, sustainable development goals-wise activities. How is each activity going to contribute to the sustainable development goals that we have targeted, the proposal received from lower level panchayats and activity forwarded to the higher level panchayat, proposals, so the detailed activities, the detailed plans of Gram Panchayat development plans, and focus group wise estimated cost. Next, please. So, a question that may very well arise is Gram Panchayat development plan is happening across the country. So why are we making or calling this an innovation? Primarily because we are the only state which has started such type of digitization of primary data at a level which is even below the Gram Panchayat, which is basically the neighborhood level or a small hamlet level. We not only capture the data, we also capture the demand of the villagers, the issues that have been raised by it. They are all uploaded in the portal through mobile application at the very time of these meetings. The Gram Panchayats then can monitor the issues and try to solve these issues. And they can even, like I showed you, propose an activity against each such issue that has been risen in such meetings. Now, on the basis of this rich and robust data that we have got and the issues that have been raised, the Gram Panchayats prepare the next year plan. And even the issues raised from villagers and other secondary data like Mission Antyodaya, SEC 2011, District Statistical Handbook, etc. Like I said, various statistical data already available with the administration has been made available in this portal. So the Gram Panchayat development plan is made all the more richer. The block panchayats, the district panchayats, which are the stages of panchayat above the Gram Panchayat, they also get this data, the requirement that has been escalated to them, and even their plan become more effective and more directed. So the future, what is our future planning with relating to this portal? We are trying to make them more theme-based because, as we are all aware, the country is moving towards attaining the sustainable development goals. So we shall want to give it a direction where we not only get sector-wise data, but also thematic data, which refers to each sustainable development goals, aiming towards creating a healthy village, a poverty-free village, a child-friendly village, a women-friendly village, and so on and so forth. We would also like to integrate this portal with the central government's e-Gram Swaraj portal, where the plans are uploaded, so that a seamless integration and a seamless movement of data from this portal to the central government's portal can happen. What have been our biggest challenges? Well, primarily our biggest challenge was training the field officers. We have to the tune of 161,000 Gram Panchayat facilitation team members, which include GP officials, NGO workers, ASHA workers, Anganwadi workers, and many other line department officials who have been using these mobile applications and the usage of this portal. To train them was the most challenging part, we would like to say. But we did repeated trainings at district, block, GP level in cascading mode. And we have already been doing this for the last year. And this year, we want to again do it for 100% of our Gram Panchayats. The department has been monitoring these issues from time to time. So that was all. And thank you all for your time.
Excellent presentation, madam. In fact, this is the real underlying purpose of creating Panchayati Raj institutions in the country. How frequently do you organize such baithaks?
So this is done every year once annually when the Panchayat development plans are prepared, mostly in the month of November and December. So we are gearing up for it.
Okay. After completing this discussion, these baithaks, the plans are implemented and how they are followed up?
Sir, once the data is collected and the plans are made from this portal, we then upload the plans in what we mentioned, the e-Gram Swaraj portal of the Ministry of Panchayati Raj. And once it is uploaded in that portal, even while implementing each and every activity and making any sort of budgetary allocation, that is reflected in that e-Gram Swaraj portal itself. And the ministry constantly monitors what percentage of the plan has been implemented on the ground.
Excellent. Outstanding job.
Thank you.
Ma'am, good work. I just want to understand what is your policy or framework regarding if some gram panchayat is not performing well and another gram panchayat is performing excellent. So then in that case, to whom you will allocate more resources?
So, sir, we have, because we cannot have, I'm sure what you are trying to say is, and as far as I understand, that we cannot have a one size fit all. A peri-urban gram panchayat can do very well in many indicators like, say, housing or drinking water supply. They will automatically have that sorts of benefits. But a panchayat in the rural areas, extremely rural areas where left-wing extremism is there, they would obviously have their basic criteria only very skewed. So any sort of development when we are seeing, we always compare it to the base year, which is the performance vis-a-vis the performance or the indicator as filled by the Gram Panchayat in the previous year. If you remember, sir, or if I can just show it once more very briefly, Ekbar screen ta share karu na bar. I'll just show you the slide of the gap analysis, sir. If you would see, it was year-wise. So because in 21-22, we filled the data, that slide. So, sir, if you can see on this slide, because in 21-22, we filled the data, that data is there. Just nearby, we have left the data blank for this year. And the previous year is also there, but because we had not filled the data that year, it is not there. So we are not making the panchayats compete amongst themselves. In fact, we are encouraging the panchayats to compete with their own previous performance.
Okay, good enough. Thank you.
Sir, infrastructure to the most downtrodden tribal population residing in the most inaccessible area of Kalahandi district of. Sir, my PPT is not, sir. In order to provide basic infrastructure to the most downtrodden tribal populations. Please, sir. Please, sir, share that side, sir.
Sir, 1 second. Now you can continue, sir. I will. Meanwhile, I will share, sir.
In order to provide basic infrastructure to the most downtrodden tribal population residing in the most inaccessible area of the Kalahandi districts of Odisha, the district planning and monitoring unit, under my guidance, implemented 2 innovative projects that went on to make huge impact on the life of people and contributed towards their socio-economic upliftment. Meticulously planning and depth implementation with whatever resource at the disposal accomplish those projects without incurring any additional cost. two projects, sir. One is gravity-based water supply. This project, because I take up, in order to provide city water supply to the meet the household need the input the potable water, and also for irrigation, the stream at upper reach we are tapped into the water was channeled downhill to the village through PVC pipe and contour trenches using the gravity. It is traditional, sir, but after my joining there, I can visit some village, and I think that this water can be used. And the Thamulrampur and Lanjigarh blocks of Kalahandi district are tribal dominated blocks. Those two blocks are crisscrossed by mountains, valley, and hills. People of those two blocks had to climb long distance to fetch drinking water, as well as there are no means to irrigation their lands. Next, sir. 10 districts are selected by Niti Aayog in the aspirational district program of Odisha, sir. The district administration of Kalahandi has successfully come up with the intervention and tackled the problem for providing safe and clean drinking water in the inaccessible hilly parts of Thamulrampur and Lanjigarh. To meet their scenario, and innovative initiative is adopted. Stream water is tapped in higher reaches and channelized to downhill in the counter, utilizing the gravity of water. After survey is conducted, area of the stream water is tapped and diverted using PVC pipe. Earlier, the traditional method, they used the bumbo only, sir. Now, after using the PVC pipe along with this counter through intermediate outlet and controlling the device to irrigate their land and drinking water purpose. Next, sir. Sir, it is a photograph, sir. I am showing that the hilly trend, the laborer are digging the trench, and the water is coming. In the nearby village, we use the water purifier, and the people are using the water, the shower and tap in their nearby village also. Next, sir. Sir, one article was published in this Indian Express dated 26th in 2018 under caption Kalahandi Gravity Flow Water System appreciated by Niti Aayog, where I saw that 124 number of projects have already executed in different schemes, like in state government schemes, Western Odisha Development Council, Biju Gramajyoti, Biju KVK, integrated IIP, and other schemes like state government, sir. It dreams come true for the people of the tribal area, and myself as a Deputy Director of Planning and Statistics plays a crucial role to fulfill their dream. Those tribal people have not only getting clean and safe drinking water, but also bringing the grave out to their lands. The women folk no need to walk long distance in hilly to fetch their drinking water, as it is now available in 24/7 hour through tap in the villages, sir. This is the one project, sir. Next, my project is, sir. Next. Another thing, sir, same, sir, Thamulrampur and Lanjigarh, sir, rural electrification. There is 16 Merun village, sir. Indravati Dam is gravity dam on the Indravati River in the Kalahandi district of Odisha. Indravati irrigation project provides irrigation to large chunk of the land in their plain of district Kalahandi, and also generates 600 megawatt electricity that brighter a part of the Odisha. Currently it is large power producing dam in this eastern Odisha. A cluster of 16 tiny villages located inside the Indravati reservoir, and we are cut off their main stream. They were also deprived of electricity to reach out this world. Country board is the only means. We are mute spectator of the development around them, living in the despair and anguish, and dream of the electricity, communication, education, and health care service. They are deprived everything, sir. After this project taken off, next, sir. Sir, As a deputy director, I was working that deputy director planning and statistics. I was on route to the 16 Maroon village inside the Indravati reservoir. I put for the electrification proposal in before the district electrical committee meeting, where collector was the chairman. It was decided that with the provision of electricity and communication, automatically the process of development will be reached to those deprived village under revised long-term action plan, and Biju Grama Jyoti Yojana funds was earmarked for this purpose. Planning at the headquarters level was easy, but executing it is ground level was a Herculean task. It was near impossible task to take electricity poles, transformer, and other equipment crossing the 14-kilometer ocean-like water body with country-made boat. On a fine morning, to astonish of the people of power boat loaded with materials required for power supply reached the Maroon village. Within 6 months, electrification reached to all the 485 households, those 16 tiny villages of this Iceland. Next. Now, in majority of this household on can see television, mobile, and other electrical equipment, they are now dreaming for better days ahead. Once electricity comes, district administration is now contemplating to provide road connectivity by constructing bridge of over 2 narrow pockets of this area, that is D Chaptaghat and K Chaptaghat, with a cost of 2 crores. It is spreadily in progress. Once it is completed, most of those Maroon village can reach out side by side. Simultaneously, gravity-based water irrigation facility and lift irrigation facility also utilize Indravati water has been successfully completed at Tentulikhunti, one of the villages that is out of 16 villages. Tentulikhunti and Jumilla village gravity-based irrigation system have already been implemented. This part of the step have been taken to provide health service with regular mobile health care system and education for all children. With the sincere effort of myself, after long 25-year dream come true, and hopes hard bought those 485 households in this 16 tiny village, they will be soon free from deprivation, and their long cherished dream to be part of their mainstream will be soon materialized. Due to my intervention, sir, I put forth here that this 15-kilometer ocean-like area, sir, covered by power boat and electrification has been completed. These school-going children are now reading in the night. Earlier, they are after sunset, they simply sleep. Now they are very happy. There are feedback, just like they are telephoning me that they are happy. Their crop also changes. After this is my personal effort. It is very small because when I was there, I done these things, sir. 2019, I transferred to this Panchayat Raj department. Now 2 years now in headquarters, sir. But till that, they are everyone is happy and telephone me that they are happy and they are regularly getting the electricity and drinking water facility. This is 2 small things I present before my jury. Which it is one of the in the service period we have to think out of the box. That's why we success in this regard, sir. This was. Thank you, sir.
Sir, thank you for your 25 years of hard work. And with your passion, I can understand that your efforts are really appreciable, because electricity as well as water you have brought to these deprived sections. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
No specific questions, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
The first and next slide. The very first thing that comes on mind, why we have chosen this scheme. We have chosen this scheme for e-services platform because this complies with the vision of our Honorable Chief Minister Uttar Pradesh Vision of welfare of common people and kindness of the family of the deceased dealer. This ensures government's vision of efficient and effective e-governance. And this, besides all these things, it provides an honor to the tax contributor who contribute to the economy of the state and the nation. In the scheme ensures economic security to registered dealers of Uttar Pradesh by providing a sum assurance of ₹10 lakh in case of accident, which may result into death, murder, and it is also available to the dealers who meet with the physical disability. Either it can be complete or partial. The scheme is also covers the dealers who are registered under CBIC. That is, the department is run by central government. This involves a humanitarian aspect of kindness and sympathy. And the scheme is fully disguised for what we are here. That is for the e-services. The scheme is very unique because in normal cases, insurance companies are involved. But in this scheme, we don't involve any companies. It was not a very small thing, a very easy task for us to achieve. But before that, let's go to the evolution from paper to digital form. The scheme started in year 2000 with a sum assurance of ₹1 lakh. It increased to ₹5 lakh in year 13. It further increased into 2017 to ₹10 lakh. We started our e-platform in year 2018 initially. Later on, to ensure that its following is done in proper way, we integrated with the Jan Hit Guarantee Adhiniyam 2011 in 2020. Later on, to make it more effective monitor, we clubbed this scheme with the Darpan portal of Chief Minister's dashboard. Now, just 2 weeks before, we have also incorporated Parivar ID and Ration Card applications to confirm its genuineness of the applicability, and Aadhaar authentication is under process. But this was not easy task. These were the problems we faced before inception of this service. That as it happens with every services, there was lack of adequate awareness about this scheme, especially because of illiteracy in general and digital and financial literacy in particular. And therefore, it had very low penetration in the society. Traditional offline filing of insurance claim application, that was very much adopted. People were not very familiar, acquainted with the online process. So we took all the things to the online platform later on. At that time, the scheme was fully operated by insurance companies. The department only used to collect the applications and send it to the insurance companies. And in the process, multiple stages were involved. The office was involved. The dealer has to go to desk in the insurance offices. So due to this complex process, the mediators took undue advantage of the applicant's stress position. Or therefore, they had to pay. They were demanding undue money, and the problems were raised. There was wastage of time and energy of the applicant. So this further increased the mental trauma of already stressed and tormented family. So what we did, what the insurance companies were doing, due to their vested interest, as they were business minded, they were least interested in providing this scheme to the applicant, because obviously they had to pay money from their company. So there were less claims were entertained by them, either they were delayed. So we tried to find out the solution. For the first solution, we did the population of the scheme. We prepared some media clips also. We can see this media movies there. We could not pay here because lack of time. Medias were placed. These were, we used multimedia, print media, social media to popularize the scheme. What we did, some innovative thing, we clubbed this scheme to our registration campaign. As a department is seeking more and more registered dealers for the collection of GST, we clubbed this scheme with that campaign. Whenever the officer or this staff goes to the dealer's family and they say, please get the registration, we also tell them about the scheme. So by this way, it became popularized, and we added FAQs on our website. The websites are available. These two websites were there. Departmental website, it is very much there. This is available on our website. We also integrated this scheme with e-District Portal of Uttar Pradesh under e-District Pariyojana, which is a state mission mode project under e-governance. But merely creating something new is not the ultimate end. What we did, we tried how the scheme is executed. For that, we established help desk in every office at district level. In the screenshot, we can say help desks were established at every district level. We also contacted various common service centers and placed a list of 8,427 common service centers where the beneficiary can apply for the scheme. We made this scheme through e-services, made end-to-end online, right from the filing of the application to sanctioning of claim and claimed amount that is credited directly into the beneficiary's account through through the treasury. This way, the role of the insurance companies were completely removed. Later on, to make it more effective, we made the tracking very prominent by having a centralized online tracking mechanism at district tax department. Further, we also, the dealer can track the disposal both on departmental portal and on e-district portal. This we can see, this if we can see the screenshot, we can see the Uttar Pradesh e-district Pariyojana along with Anya Sewaएं, we can see Uttar Pradesh Janit Guarantee Adhiniyam Online Sewaएं. Under this, we are indexed at column number 39. We made a time-bound disposal of the application. That is of total, we took 75 days. This is along with Janit Guarantee Adhiniyam. This we can say it is placed over here. How many 85 days are mentioned over here. 10 days are extra for the Sasha decision. In case that thing doesn't happen from our end. Later on, we also integrated with our Honorable Chief Minister's Darpan dashboard, from where all the schemes, its beneficiaries, its amount given can be monitored by the Honorable Chief Minister. This is our digital platform developed by the department. The dealer can file his application right from the beginning, and it subsequently go to Assistant Commissioner, to Joint Commissioner, to Additional Commissioner and the field, and finally to the headquarters, where the amount is sanctioned. Meanwhile, in all the cases, for any queries, it can be sent back to the dealer, sent back to the lower officer. In the whole process, the dealer did not come to the office. Everything is digitalized. It is on online platform. Finally, after its sanctioning, it is sent by DDO to the treasury, from where the amount is directly credited to the account of the beneficiaries. Now, the outcomes. What were the outcomes out of it? The outcomes are very peculiar. We can see in the screen. If you see the table number 1, if you see the ratio of total disposed application versus total application filed, before inception of period, there was 60.2% disposal. But now, after inception of services, now the disposal has increased up to 96.2%. One thing I want to focus here, please see the graph over here. All the data before inception of services are of 18 years. And when we started this e-service platform, it took only 4 years. Disposal time reduced from 3 to 6 months to 2 months, that is 60 days. And if you say the total amount given at the time before inception of 58.24 crore, and after inception, it is again same, almost 57.16 crore. That is a phenomenal increase and real achievement. And if we talk about the welfare of the common people. But if we talk in terms of percentage, we have taken the data before inception of the services as 100 on the scale. If we take that on a scale, the application filing percentage has increased by 21%. The disposal percentage increased to 93.5%. And disbursement of claimed amount increased to 342%. This is placed over here. This again, I am telling this is the comparison of the pre-inception, post-inception of services. So the outcomes were very enthusiastic. This fostered new dealer registration in UP State Tax, because department also seeks for the new registered dealer so that we can get more revenues. Since these welfare schemes were also added, more dealers were attracted towards it. This indirectly resulted into revenue augmentation and enhanced GST collection. Initially, when this scheme was incorporated, we were getting about 58,738.12 crore rupees per annum. But now it is almost 1 crore per annum. Regarding that registration, which I was just talking before, now we are getting 3 lakh dealer registration per year. Then the scheme, this welfare scheme is also a phenomenon is also played a role in that. This further reduced the number of litigations, reduced claimant losses, and better data management and data sharing. One more thing, sir, I would like to say, the scheme made this e-service more accessible, more responsive, interactive, effective, efficient. Before the inception of this scheme, there were less technical and trained human resources to enhance this thing. What we did, we trained our officers and staff, and we simplified the process. As we have just seen, this service is solely developed on our developed by the department itself. At the dealer side, we provide the list of CSCs and help desk established, as we have just discussed. And the challenge was shifting from pre-established platform of insurance companies. People were used to go to the insurance companies. Now we developed our own platform where the role of the insurance companies is completely removed. Non-availability of ideal pre-existing model. There was no such scheme existed. Now probably we can say we can be an ideal for other sister schemes if any section or state want to introduce this thing. Shifting from pre-established offline system of transfer of insured sum to check draft. The offline system had completely been removed. Now the amount is directly transferred to the beneficiary account through treasury. This all thing is done online. And the major challenge which we faced was the section, the state tax department. We do all the jurisdiction over the dealers. All the dealers of Uttar Pradesh are under jurisdiction of two government departments. One is Central GST Department and another is the State GST Department. That is our department. So the dealers who were registered under CGST, they were not we were not having the jurisdiction under them. So they could not file any application under our website. What we did, we mapped all the dealers of CBIC and make the website available to them so that they can also get benefits from this scheme. This was an innovative aspect from our side. Now the impacts and benefits about the scheme. These are the impacts and benefits. Instead of going over these things, manifest governance principles. Yeah.
In another just 2 minutes, try to conclude the presentation.
Yeah, sure. So benefits, we can say it's all there in the newspapers. We can say that lady smiling, that was the part, that was the greatest achievement. We can say Vyapari ki mrityu ke baad GST Bima Yojana bani parivar ka sahara. These are the innovative aspects. The dealer need not have to file any separate registration to avail this scheme. Once they are registered online for the with our department, they are deemed entitled for this scheme. Is there any? Yeah, am I audible? Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
Yeah. So no premium was required from the beneficiary. All the taxes paid by him is considered as a premium. This is solely operated by the department. No insurance companies are involved. So this way, as we have discussed, we are also providing this scheme to CBIC, the Central Government Department. In the future expansion plan, we just to ensure its genuine beneficiary and identification, we have clubbed just 2 weeks before the applicant are integrated with the ration card Sankhya and Parivar ID Sankhya. This we can see the screenshot over here. And the process of Aadhaar-based authentication is under process. Soon we are going to get it. Now the chances of replicability. If you see the map over here, the blue and red things, if you see, these are not having any such schemes as such. Only Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh having this scheme, that to an offline platform. And Uttar Pradesh, here we have e-services solely on e-service platform. And this we are providing with a minimum budget of 5.5 lakh rupees for the Aadhaar authentication. But well, the state government is committed to the welfare of the dealers. We are providing approximately 50 crore rupees in terms of this scheme to e-services. That's all. Thank you very much. We can continue these services. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Very good initiative. But are the businessmen aware about this scheme? What are you doing to popularize this scheme?
Sir, what we did, basically, once that department's goal is to get more and more dealers under their purview, so that we can get more and more dealers registered under ourselves. So in that way, we will be getting more and more GST. What we are doing, so we have launched an campaign for investment of dealer registration. So when the staff and officers go to the visit fields, they used to educate dealers about that this welfare scheme is also with the once you are registered with the department, you can also get that welfare scheme.
I think you have very few officers in the field. I think some strong communication campaign is required.
Obviously, therefore, we have launched a special campaign that is Panjay Jagrukta Abhiyan. Now, all the CTOs, we are approximately 1,000 officers are in the field for the purpose.
Okay, thank you, please.
Sir, is there any app so that a common person sitting somewhere in remote area and he is Vyapari and he can put in his credentials and avail this scheme?
Sir, common service centers are established over there, sir. Common service centers are available in every center. Actually, this is a welfare scheme. This is not a very general scheme. This will provide only if a dealer is deceased, if death occurs or accident occurs.
Okay, in that case, he need to be registered first of all with your system, isn't it? Then only somebody has to find it.
Sir, this scheme is only for registered dealer for Uttar Pradesh.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to present about the Smart City Central Digital Monitoring Center. This is located at the central level at the state of UP at its capital Lucknow. Next. One back, yes. In Uttar Pradesh, there is a 10 central smart cities which are partially funded by the central government and partially funded by state government. In the line of central smart city mission, the UP government has started next 7 Nagar Nigams municipal corporation as a state smart city by the funding of 50 crore each every year. And we have established 10 integrated control and command room in central smart cities and 10 integrated traffic management system with 6 state smart city also. Next, please. What is the issue before us? Because we have control and command center in each municipal corporation nowadays. There are 3-4 kind of problems or issues we have faced. First is these control centers are independent entities in all 16 smart cities, and there is a lack of real-time data at central level for decision making, and their performance of cities can't be benchmarked on the ground of these issues. I want to give some examples on these issues, why we want that digital monitoring system. Sir, you understand that if one city has some system of monitoring of solid waste or environmental sensor or traffic management, they are doing independently at their level. If you think about Gorakhpur, Gorakhpur is doing independently monitoring on analytics of all the environmental sensors, traffic management, CCTV management, all the things. But we have created this center for decision making at the central level. What is happening in Gorakhpur, what is happening in Ayodhya, what is happening in Mathura, and how can we create a benchmark or standardization at the state level to tackle those problems which faced by the municipal bodies. Next. This is the solution implemented. This is the pick of our central monitoring system. We are integrated many e-governance services like solid waste management. In solid waste management, we integrated door-to-door collection, vehicle tracking through GPS and door-to-door collection vehicles. And even we have created NFC logos on the house of people in Lucknow especially, and the person go for door-to-door collection at their house, they can scan the NFC and real-time data is coming to digital monitoring system. We have connected city Wi-Fi, CCTV surveillance, environmental sensor, all the variable message displays. We can control and command messages which are displayed at the level of a local display unit, also from this command and control center. Street light automation and smart parking are also implemented with this solution. And all the integration in the 16 smart cities now done. One city of Ghaziabad is still in the process. We are going on that. Next. Challenges which we face, the different system of integrators in the 16 cities, usage of property hardware and software. All the cities uses different kind of hardware, different kind of software as an source, and involvement of different kind of vendors in the project, system integrators, bandwidth, and cloud provider is also different. Many kind of NOCs for laying fiber and cables in the all 16 cities, and coordination between the different departments like police department, forest department, or municipal corporation, electricity department. These are the challenges to create a system to monitor at the central level we faced. Next. This is the dashboard which shows outcome of all this integration at the central level. The map of UP shows the cities of smart city, state or central, which is connected to this command and control center. And you can see like the city, Agra, Aligarh, everywhere, number of sensors. Number of sensors means how many number of any sensor which is sending data from that point of location to our control and command center, like environmental sensor, parking sensors, CCTV cameras, even door-to-door collection vehicles, our mechanical road sweepers, everything. And these sensors create alerts out of the day, and our team sitting in this monitoring system analyze these sensors and these alerts on the basis of some standard operating procedure. Next. You can see the outcome in air quality monitoring. This is the dashboard of our real dashboard of our monitoring center. We can see the status of environmental sensor installed across the city. We can monitor in on GIS map. We can monitor city-wise, and alert is generated whenever they quite cross predefined threshold. And like this, the zonal officers are connected through the app, through the SMS system for this alert, and the cause of a spike on the field and corrective action are taken on the ground of alert and all the data gathered by this monitoring system. Next. This is the map of adaptive traffic control system. We have installed more than 800 adaptive traffic control system at all the cities of Uttar Pradesh. And we gather the data from that control system. Now, till now, we have created more than 3.6 crore traffic violation, and we have sent around 40 lakh traffic challan through this alone this system. Next. Solid waste management is the one important feature of the municipal function nowadays, and we have much emphasis on this. Solid waste management components are connected to this monitoring system. We have monitored. We are monitoring vehicles who are collecting garbage from garbage center on GIS map. If vehicles are deviated from any defined route, alert is generated and message and SMS were sent to concerned zonal officer. Fuel consumption is also monitored. Sensor installed on fuel tank to prevent the theft. And in Lucknow especially, we check this fuel system, and preventing theft is very measurable. Door-to-door collection of household waste monitoring through NFC tags. 50,000 houses were affixed with the NFC tag in Lucknow only, and the monitoring of these NFC tags through monitoring center is being in the process. And by this system, we can easily know that how many houses are not covered during the day by the door-to-door collection vehicles. So this is a very important feature of this solid waste management. Next. This is the CCTV surveillance system, and we have installed throughout the 16 municipal corporation a number of CCTV surveillance system, and this is the artificial intelligence enabled surveillance cameras who made cities safe for its citizens. They create alerts when they see any kind of child theft, any kind of crime alert, and these kinds of all the alert generated. The one people from the police side is also sitting in the monitoring cell of the each city to monitor all these things, and after that they send the message to concerned vehicles which is patrolling or monitoring that area also. Next. This is the outcome of e-challan system, which is integrated with the integrated traffic management system. Just I spoke that we generated 3.6 crore traffic violation in last 1 year, and created e-challans of 40 lakh, around 40 lakhs. So this is the total number of challan is increased due to this system. Next. A uniqueness of this solution is 3-4 uniqueness in this solution. Is first thing is this is the real-time data, and this is available on a common platform for state level monitoring and planning. We can monitor, we can plan through state level policy. We can make policy through state by this system. Next is the we hosted all this application and all the data on the cloud instead of the server at the local level. We can scale up many more towns, many more applications with this system quickly, and we are planning to add more services to this system in the future also, because we are now monitor only 5-6 services with this. We have already contacted by the National Urban Digital Mission also for their services to these center. And we have live video feed also of all the CCTV cameras, all the ITMS centers. And we have created a Sugam application also. This is the very Sambhav application. This is the very new thing in this center. Honorable Urban Development Minister of UP once in a month create a meeting in this monitoring center with real-time feedback and real-time complaint for complaint monitoring. Next. For the future roadmap, we have planned to extend these all services to other ULBs of the UP. We have selected 203 ULBs for these services to create and conduct with this monitoring system. In the first phase, we are going to take 102 ULBs of the UP to connect this monitoring center for these kind of municipal services, and we extend this to 203 ULBs in the future. Next. Scalability of this project is very important. We can connect any governance service of city from this system. Just I spoke about the National Urban Digital Mission. We are creating State Urban Digital Mission also, and the municipal services which are given by these platforms like property tax assessment, electricity, like water connection, water billing. All the services is being connected with this monitoring center in the future. Replicability is also very easy to use this model at any place or any city for decision making and other things. Next. This all for this digital control center, sir. Thanks for your patient listening.
Very good presentation, sir, and a very ambitious plan as well. You have 16 smart cities, and I think this system is in operation in only 3-4 cities, as far as I understand. And
no, very sorry, sir. We have 10 central smart cities and 7 state smart cities. Out of these 17, 16 has this system, and we are monitoring all the 3-4 things from all 16 cities, sir. Only Ghaziabad is left now.
Okay, in Ghaziabad there are many problems. Street, especially the traffic lights, are they are installed, but for the past 4 years they are installed, but they are hardly work. Either they are dead or just blinking.
Sir, I understand your things, but I want to say that sometime in government system we have to stuck with the some extra administrative things. In Ghaziabad especially, 3 years before we have tendered the project for integrated traffic management system, but before that time, municipal corporation has given a tender of all the traffic signals with the advertisement right to some party for 7 or 10 years. And by that litigation, we are stuck there. But now in next 2-3 months, we are in position to tender the ITMS project in Ghaziabad also. And we will complete before June 23, we are on that.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Otherwise, compared to earlier situation, now Ghaziabad is well managed. Particularly, the municipal commissioner is very effective. Otherwise, yes, it is
if you
improvement.
Yeah, if you see, sir, in Ghaziabad, in solid waste management, very good work has been done.
Very good work has been done.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir. Wish you success in your future endeavors. Otherwise, it is an excellent work. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir, would you like to throw some light on smart city means everything is integrated and the consumer has to see only one portal to make any complaint. So yes, will it be possible in near future in UP?
Very relevant, sir, and very good question, because if we are not giving all the services at one platform in the citizens, we don't say that we are smart. So we are on this line, we have sign a memorandum of understanding with National Urban Digital Mission, and National Urban Digital Mission, on the line of National Urban Digital Mission, we are creating State Urban Digital Mission, and all the services through State Urban Development Mission is being provided in the future. We are on that job, and we have target of March 2023 to give all the services through one portal, one single sign-on to all the citizens.
All the best to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for giving an opportunity to share this IT initiative of police of Madhya Pradesh. We have developed an app called E-Vivechana. In English, you can translate it as E-Investigation app. As you are aware, sir, next slide. We start with a remark of Honorable Union Home Minister during his keynote address in All India Police Science Congress. He remarked that it is important for the police to stay 2 steps ahead of the criminals. And for this, we need to use modern technologies. And this use of technology in police is generally limited to higher level officers, and it does not percolate down to the last man on the ground, the last constable who has to control the crime, who has to look after the law and order situation. It does not percolate down till that level. So with this guideline, we have developed an app called E-Investigation app. I would like to inform that Madhya Pradesh is already a very forerunner state. So far, the implementation of IT initiatives of Government of India is concerned. We are a leading state in the implementation of CCTNS project, that is Crime and Criminal Tracking Network System, by way of which all the FIRs registered in the state is logged in the system on real-time basis, and data analytics based on those FIRs and data we do for preventive policing. But still, I would say that the CCTNS project has not been able to do its full justice with what intention it was designed. Apart from this, we are also having on the CCTNS platform only the interoperable criminal justice system for seamless exchange of data between the 5 pillars of the criminal system. That also we are doing it very well. We have launched 4 citizen-centric services for the people, although it's not a part of this presentation, but just to give you a guideline that citizens are having an access to police services online. The officers are having an access to view the data analytics and all. But the last person on the ground, the IOs, the investigating officers, the head constables, the ASIs, the sub-inspectors, they had no access to all these data. For that, we have designed an app called the E-Vivechana app. The Madhya Pradesh is the first state to have developed such an app, and we are getting queries from other states to share the nitty-gritties of how we have developed this app. For which, to implement this app, we have purchased around 1,800 tablets, 1,740 such tablets, Samsung S6 tabs, along with the stylus we have purchased. And we have loaded these tablets with this app called E-Vivechana. We'll come to the screen later on. We have 2 commissionerates, police commissionerates, that is Indore and Bhopal, recently created in the month of January only. And we have covered the police stations of these 2 commissionerates fully. In rest of the state, due to paucity of funds and these resources, we have restricted the thanas of till tehsil level only. We have 1,110 police stations. Sir, we have, in this first phase, we have covered only 429 police stations. 700 plus police stations remain to be covered by this initiative, sir. We had started a trial run of this project in last November 2021. And till now, around 1,800 plus cases, along with their case diaries, have been brought on these particular tabs for their investigation. And a number of investigation details per FIR are being loaded on this, along with their photos and videos. For the security measures, we have kept the security login, that is the CCTNS. It's a very robust and a secure system. The IOs have been given their security, these login IDs and passwords. They log into this app through CCTNS only. And as I have told you in the beginning, that CCTNS is the backbone of the police digitization project, sir. E-Vivechana has 3 modules. One is the case diary module. As you know that the case diary consists of evidences, statements of the witness, statement of the accused, statements of the complainant, and several other modules like the expert module, expert question document modules, DNA reports. All these things are part of case diary. The second important part of this is the photography and the videography module. Till now, the photographs were attached in the form of prints and videographies were not admissible in the courts. So the photography and the videography module is there. When you go to the scene of crime, the photography and the videography, around 10 photographs and a video of around 4 to 5 minutes can be attached, and we have created a space in our state data center to store all these photographs and videographs. Crime detail forms, sir. We have crime detail form. Form number 1 is the IAF, 1 is the FIR. IAF 2 is the scene of crime form, sir. Form number 3 is the arrest, and then seizures, and so on and so forth. So this we have created. This app has infused a lot of sense of modernization as well as sense of pride in the police force, sir. They go to the spot, they start doing the investigation. People look up to them that they are actually capturing the details real time. Nothing is being bypassed or overlooked, and everything is captured. Their statement is captured. So it has brought transparency to the police working and faster investigation. Otherwise, earlier they used to collect bits of paper, go to the police station, sit alone and do whatever they wanted to do with these documents. Now everything is taking place in front of the people at the scene of crime, sir. This facilitates the IOs to fill the case diaries and the crime detail scene on the spot only, and not there away from the people. So sense of there's a transparency in this. So I would like to just point to the third point, that take secure time-stamped and geo-stamped photographs and videographs of the scene of crime. In the trial courts, the majority of the cases are tried on the basis of the authenticity of the scene of crime. When did you reach there? What did you do there? Who were present there? What was the scene of crime there? How much time did you take to reach that place? These are the questions which the IOs are not able to explain very satisfactorily in the trial court. As a result of which, an iota of doubt is created in the mind of the honorable judge, that whether he is cooking the story or doing like this or something is not clear to them, because the communication gap and anything written is not able to communicate in that manner as a video and photography is able to do, sir. So this, every piece of evidence, whether it's a statement, whether it is in photograph, whether it is the videograph, is time-stamped and geo-stamped once it is submitted. So the authenticity of this particular thing is enhanced manifold. They take the statements of the witness on the spot. It is as per the Google voice to text facility only, and it's working very well, sir. Documents once submitted in this app cannot be tampered, because once somebody has submitted it and tries to tamper, it will have a telltale sign of entire thing that he tries to do. So this has brought not only transparency, but accountability as well as full proof security at the chain of custody of the pieces of evidence that the IO has collected. This is the IO's flow chart, sir. When he just go back to the last. Okay. This is the flow chart, sir. The crime detail forms, whatever he has to do, they go to the scene of crime and actual coordinates are captured. The actual picture of the scene of crime is there. And during investigation, the description of the evidences, the statements, and whatever has been seized, they are signed by the complainant by way of stylus, or even a signed copy is captured and then uploaded in the thing. Even the medical legal form is generated from this, and the filled medical legal form is uploaded in the case diary, and it becomes a part of the case diary, sir. When the FIR is lodged in the police station, the SHO has this prerogative of selecting the IO for that particular case, sir. So the SHO assigns this to the IO. This FIR is pushed with the number and details in the pad of, in the Samsung tablet of that particular IO. That IO sees, gets an alert on his CUG mobile, and then opens it and goes for that place of incident where it has taken place. And the final report, after everything is collected, earlier the IOs had this discretion of sorting out some paper which is important or relevant to that case, which he thinks that it can prove in the court of law. But now we have mandated that everything that he has captured during the course of investigation in a holistic manner, it should go to the court for the trial, and it is up to the court to decide that whether it will form a key part of the investigation or a witness, or it is a subsidiary part. So this discretion in the IO, which was which we thought, and even the law demands that it should not be like that. Whatever you have collected, it should come to the court. It has brought transparency as well as speed to the job of investigation, sir. The evidences are time-stamped and geo-stamped. Scene of crime evidence can be collected and linked with the respective, when he goes to the tab, it can be voice to text feature is working very well. Even with the local vernacular direct, it helps in converting into a Hindi text, sir. Accurate longitude and latitude details are captured, resulting in not only the authenticity of scene of crime, but later on when we generate heat maps for preventive policing. So earlier what the problem we used to face is that the heat maps, because when we entered the data FIR in CCTNS, the long lat of the police station used to be captured. And whenever for crime analysis, we used to view that heat map, the police station was the center of lot of crime. But actually it was not like that. A police station has an area or a length of around 40 kilometers on the national highway. So now we can know that where is the place where more accidents are taking place, where is the place where more chain snatching is taking place, where is the place which is a dark area so far the commitment of crime or a body offense is concerned. We are able to know this, sir. Accurate analysis. IOs are able to fill the case diary without wasting time, sir. Earlier, to enter anything in the case diary, they had to go to the police station and get the general diary number from there and then start his work. Now he can fetch the general diary number, general diary Roznamcha Sahna we call it, from the scene of crime itself by way of internet connection, because the GD is also online. So by way of connectivity, he can fetch it. Automatic GD number generation is available to themselves. So wastage of time is also not there, and accurate login into GD is ensured. Any that I have already, any proceeding once submitted on the tab is not temporable, and it has eliminated the subjectivity in investigation, sir. The subjectivity in investigation in one part, that the evidences which the IO thinks is fit and proper to go in this particular trial, it is not his domain now. Everything what he has collected has to go. Number one. Number two, with extraneous consideration, when he wanted to change anything, any giraftari, any arrest memo or seizure memo, no, he cannot do this. It has a very positive and encouraging feedback, sir. More and more IOs want it. We are in this, the government has approved for extension of the project to the entire state and all the IOs, sir. Even the Honorable High Court has appreciated this, and Honorable High Court at Jabalpur is pressing this to the state government to make all the investigations on this tab only, sir. 62,000 entries in last 8 months, sir, we could have, and 18,000 plus diary. It is almost around 40% of the entire cases which have been registered in the state, sir. It is useful to all IOs and especially for railway and outstation investigation. In railways, the scene of crime keeps on shifting, sir. A scene of crime has taken place, and
sir, sorry to interrupt you. In another 2 or 3 minutes, just try to conclude the presentation.
Yeah, definitely. So the scene of crime shifts in railways from one place to another, and after certain, say around 1 hour, the entire passenger of that particular coupe is changed. And so it is very important that when the IO enters that place, he comes out or he completes all his mandated tasks. The availability of network is a challenge, sir. It is a challenge, and as it gets better, we will have much more better working and smoother working on this. Submission, the other challenge is that the submission of challan associated with document to in the form of PDF. Right now, we have to take out the print and then submit in the court. The Honorable High Court has issued guidelines to all the district court to accept challans in the form of PDF, only in the soft copy, sir. And e-sign of public, all the IOs are doing e-sign, Aadhaar-based e-sign. The public Aadhaar-based e-sign we are not able to enforce. We will be doing in a different manner. We have requested the High Court to allow e-pen sign for acceptance of these documents, sir. These are some of the feedback we have received from the IOs, which I wanted to share, sir. They are generally very good feedback, sir, but some of them, those who feel any difficulty, we try to sort it out, sir. The way ahead, in short, sir, we have distributed, we have to distribute tablet to all the 1110 police stations in MP, and so as to bring all the cases on these tabs, sir. To develop the integrated investigation forms, there are 9 IIF forms in CCTNS. We have been able to just include 3 forms at the moment. We want to extend it to all 9, sir. To develop online final report filing through this app to the court in the form of PDF that I have just underlined, sir. Customization of app for supervisory level officers. We have given to the supervisory level officers, but their dashboard and the customization of app so that they can view and give directions on that particular, it has to be covered in the phase 2 of the app development, sir. Integration with NAFIS and National Automated Fingerprint Information System is the new thing, sir, which can search a fingerprint from the Pan-India database, sir. This would be good for giving a clue in the case of blind murders, unidentified dead bodies, and property offenses on the basis of fingerprint search, sir. Integration with interoperable criminal justice system for fetching complete criminal details of the accused. That's an integrated portal covering police, prisons, courts, FSL, and prosecution. So a person who is in touch, who has been in touch with, or who has been in contact with any of these 5 pillars of criminal justice system, he has a record on ICJS. So we want to integrate with that also, sir. I was just talking about the mobile scene of crime, sir, especially railways. The IOs go there and complete the entire, some of the PICs activity there, sir. We had launched in last November only, sir. For interstate investigation also, it's very important, very, very helpful, sir, to complete all the formalities and all the necessities on the spot only, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Very comprehensive presentation covering all the aspects of policing. In fact, very common problem which a citizen face after crime is that police is reluctant to lodge a FIR. So how do you take care of that aspect?
Sir, I would like to respond in this, sir, since my presentation was limited to e-Vivechana, that is e-investigation. Prior to this, in the month of August 2021, MP was the third state in the country to initiate e-FIR, sir. In two types of cases, in three types of cases, we have done this. So one is the stolen vehicle, sir. A person who has a complaint of a vehicle being stolen, his FIR can be registered online without going to the police station, sir. Second is the simple theft. It can be registered online. Third module we have just developed, that is the online financial fraud, sir, which is in huge number nowadays. So we have brought it in the fold of e-FIR, sir. For these three types of crime, they constitute around 50% of the entire crime of the state. For these three types of cases, a person need not go to the police line. They can file an FIR, and the SHO has to confirm it within 24 hours of the receipt of that particular complaint, sir.
Another issue is that citizens generally complain that investigation officer or IO is being influenced by such and such pressure. I think with your e-Vivechana, when you geotag and take a picture from the tab, I think it is relatively very difficult to get influenced.
Sir,
right?
Sir, definitely, sir. This the in fact, if we can say what is the essence of e-Vivechana, then this is the essence of e-Vivechana, sure, what you have just underlined, sir.
Got it. Thank you, please. Excellent.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, I would say that it's an excellent example of use of digital technology for system improvement and to bring out transparency in government system.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. And I suggest you to spread your presentation to other states and other, so that the policing in other state also, they take an example from you and start improving their system.
Definitely.
Thank you. All the best to you.